Gajendra Moksha. Long, long ago, before the dawn of civilization, India was full of thick forests. In one of these forests lived an elephant king, Gajendra, who had 1,000 wives. He lived with them happily, and his wives in turn loved and obeyed him without question. One day, Gajendra went for a walk, accompanied by all his wives. It was a summer evening, and a cool breeze was blowing. Playfully breaking off the green branches of the trees and munching the leaves, they wandered for a long time and covered quite a distance. Then, in the midst of a thick clump of trees, they came across a huge lake of crystal clear water, full of lotuses. The elephant king was drawn towards the lake, which looked so inviting. He entered the lake along with his wives. They filled their trunks with water and sprayed it on one another playfully. When they lifted their trunks up and below out of the water, it formed a fountain and touched the sky. Thus they played for many hours. It was getting late and they had to return home. One by one, they started coming out of the lake. The last one to come out was Gajendra himself. As he was doing so, a crocodile shot up from under the water and caught hold of his foot. Gajendra jerked his leg. The crocodile was a little shaken but did not let go. Gajendra tried again and again to pull his leg free, but to no avail. Now a fight ensued. Gajendra pulled the crocodile towards the banks while the crocodile pulled the elephant towards the center of the lake. Both being equally powerful, neither could win. Each succeeded alternately, but only partially. Thus, neither of them was free. The fight continued for many years. Still, neither gave up. The poor wives of Gajendra stood helplessly on the banks, hoping that their husband would soon become victorious, but in vain. The crocodile was in his own element, gaining strength day by day, while Gajendra, away from his home, got weaker and weaker until one day he knew that he could not fight anymore. What was he to do now? His strength was ebbing away, and so was his courage. He realized that God alone could be his protector. He stopped fighting and lifting up his trunk cried out in despair, O Lord of the universe, who has created us all, protect me and save me from the clutches of this terrible crocodile. Sages say that you cannot be seen except with the inner eye. Wise men say that you are the shelter of the shelterless, the wealth of the poor, and the strength of the weak. I am helpless and weak. I have lost all hope and faith in my own strength. Please come and rescue me from this terrible enemy. I have none but you as my refuge. The cry from his heart went straight to Lord Vishnu, who was in Vaikunta playing a game with Lakshmi. While playing, he had tied the end of Lakshmi's sari to his own dhoti. When he heard the cry of Gajendra, who was in a great distress, he rose in a hurry, forgetting everyone. Like a mother who rushes to the side of her baby when it cries out, Sri Mahavishnu ran out to the elephant king. Poor Lakshmi, whose sari was tied to his dhoti, also had to run along with him. When the Lord ran out, Garuda, his Vagana, and Sudarshana, his Chakra, knew that they would be needed. So they ran behind him and were followed by all the denizens of Vaikunta. Thus, a great procession came out in the sky in answer to Gajendra's cry for help. Within a few minutes, the Lord, along with his retinue, was in the forest. He took his chakra in hand and sent it flying to cut off the head of the crocodile. The Lord blessed Gajendra, who praised him in several hymns. Thereafter, the elephant king lived happily with his wives, continuously remembering the Lord and singing his